Hi, good afternoon. My name is Roland Deaver, and today I'd like to talk to you about how to get more sales and more opt-ins from your copy. So this could be your email copy, it could be your sales page copy, it could be your webinar presentations, it could be your Facebook posts, yeah? It's just copy in general. So the big question is, what's the one key question that drives training company growth? And the answer is, how do you increase response? In other words, how do you get more sales, more opt-ins, and build a stronger relationship? So, these are the three things that you need to grow your business, yeah? More sales, that's obvious enough. More opt-ins, guess what? Again, it's pretty obvious. If you've got a larger audience, a bigger community that you can sell to, you're gonna make more sales. So, more sales, obvious. More opt-ins, pretty obvious too. What about more readership? Well, the reason why you want more people reading your emails, reading your value content, watching your videos is because, as Brian Kurtz says, not everything in business is a revenue event, but everything in business is a relationship event. So the stronger the relationship that you build with your email database, your community, the more you are laying the foundation for sales. So, is there a formula to improve the response of the words that you use? And the good news is yes, absolutely there is. And that's what I'd like to share with you today. So the good news is that there is a 4-step formula. So what are the 4 steps? So the 4 steps are: number 1, audience; number 2, USP; number 3, hook; and number 4 is call to action. So let's look at these in turn. So the first one is audience. And this is all about knowing who you are writing to or who you are speaking to. Now you might be thinking, Roland, that's crazy. I'm speaking to 10,000 people or 20,000 people or 100,000 people. And you're absolutely right, you are. But you're not speaking to 100,000 people. You're speaking to one person that wants a very specific set of outcomes. Now, guess what? You might be speaking to several people that share those specific outcomes that they want, but it's a set of outcomes that they desire. So what are those outcomes? So let me just give you an example. So let's just say you're speaking to people that want to change their life through property investing. Now, that's not as simple as it gets, because there are some people that want to quit their job. So what do they want? They want fast cash. Yeah, they want to replace their salary as fast as possible. So they will respond to those messages. But then there are equally people that don't want to quit their job. Yes, they want to create wealth through property, and they want to create, let's say, a pension or a legacy for their kids, but they're not looking to replace their salary. So they're not going to respond to the messages about quit your job, sack your boss, make money fast. They will respond to messages about, safe long-term wealth. So get clear on who it is you're speaking to. And I would actually go as far as to say, give them a name. Because you might be saying, right, John wants to quit his job, so he wants fast cash. And Sally wants to create long-term wealth. And that way, it's very easy to go, right, who am I writing to? And you get a picture in your head, and then you can go, right, and then you get on and do it, yeah? So, who are you writing to is the first question you need to know and ask about your audience. The second thing is, what do they want? The reason why you want to know that is we respond to the things that we want. That's what drives us. So like I say, does somebody want to replace their salary as fast as possible so they can quit their job? That's what they want, yeah? Or do they want to create long-term wealth that's a legacy that they can pass on to their kids? That's another very different set of outcomes that they want. So get clear on what they want. So the third thing is, what is stopping them from getting what they want? So I call this the obstacle. What's the obstacle that's between where they are now and where they want to get to? And the simple rule is, the better you can describe that obstacle, the more trust you will earn. So, if you describe it better than they can, then guess what? They will feel understood. They'll be like, man, this person has lived my life. They know the struggles that I'm going through. They understand where I am right now and where I want to get to. And once you reach that point, you've earned the right to tell them how you can help them. Yeah? So you've got to understand and be able to describe what is stopping your audience getting what they want. And then the fourth question to know is, how you can help them better than anyone else. Because, the one sales question that you need to answer for your audience is, why should I buy from you over anyone else? Now, when I say sales question, that could be, why, if someone's going to opt in for a free report or for your book, why should I give you my email address? I get enough email. I don't want any more email. Why should I give you my email address? Or why should I give you my money? Or even, why should I give you my time? Why should I read your blog post? Why should I watch your video? Why should I listen to your podcast? You've got to tell someone how you can help them, and specifically how you can help them better than anybody else. And if you can do that, then guess what? You will increase your response. People will take the action that you want. So that brings us nicely onto step 2 of this system, which is USP, or unique selling proposition. So simply, what makes you different from anybody else? Why should I do business with you over anyone else? So, like I say, it's true for lead generation, it's true for sales, and it's also true just for readership and viewership of your videos. So, where do you find your USP? Well, I think you find your USP in the mechanism. So when I say mechanism, let me just reach across to here. So, Eugene Schwartz, in his book Breakthrough Advertising, which costs an absolute fortune if you can get a second-hand copy, but it's well worth reading. In his book, Breakthrough Advertising, he talks about the mechanism. Now, what I mean by the mechanism is, how do you deliver your solution? How do you help people, create wealth through property? Or how do you help people lose weight or make more sales online? How do you do that? So that is your mechanism. So does your mechanism hold some key that makes you unique? So in the supplement market, this is a tactic that people use all the time. So let's just say your supplement has 11 ingredients and 10 are the exact same ingredients that every other supplement on the market has. But your company has one extra ingredient, and that one extra ingredient makes the difference. So guess what? Your messaging can be about that one extra ingredient that makes the difference. So that way you separate yourself from the competition. So think about what it is about your mechanism that makes you different and how you can highlight that in your messaging. Because if people can only get the outcome from you, then they will happily buy from you or watch your videos, etc., etc., etc. So the two ways we've covered to increase response from your copy so far are audience. You've got to know who you're writing to. Second thing, USP. You've got to know what makes you unique and different. So the third is hook. So what do I mean by hook? Well, what I mean is, what other competing messages are there in the market and how can you cut through the clutter? So let's just take property investing as an example. Are you somebody else that's teaching how to rent a house by the room and make £1,000 a month, monthly cash flow or profit? Are you teaching that, and is that the message that you're leading with? Because if that is, that's not a unique message. That's not a unique hook. That's not, yes, it will grab people's attention, but so many other trainers out there teaching the same thing. So what is it about your hook? What is it about your message that makes you different? Why should somebody pay attention to you? So you could wrap your mechanism in a story, and that becomes the unique message or element. What else? Yes, you could be showing people how to make a lot of money, but equally you're showing them how to do that without any of their time. That can make your message unique. So think about what hook, what emotional trigger is going to make somebody drop everything to read your message right now or watch your video right now. What is that thing that makes you stand out? So look at that. And then the fourth and final way to raise your response is the call to action. So I've been looking at and studying the great sales letters. And by great sales letter, I mean any sales letter that has proven to have made over $1 million in sales. Now, some of these sales letters have made $2 billion in sales. Yes, that is a big B I'm talking about. And there's one thing that shocks me and unites all of them, and that is their call to action is so subtle that you could easily miss it. Now you might be thinking, well, that doesn't make sense. They made huge amounts of sales. Surely the close is critical. Surely the way they tell people, go get your wallet, is critical. And the answer is no, it's not. So what they do is they build the need for what they have so much. They build the need, they build the need, they build the need. They build the trust and authority. They build the need for what they have, to the point where you're salivating. And then they say, if you want it, go here, or click the link below. Yeah? So there is no hard sale, inverted commas. Yeah? But, what can we all learn from that? It's before you make your offer, you've got to show somebody what makes you a credible authority, why they should believe you, and then how what you have is going to change their life. Because when you build the need, and you build the need some more, and you build the need some more, and then you give them some bonuses that make your offer absolutely irresistible, then they will take the action. So the call to action is a critical element. And I use call to action here when really I just mean salesmanship, but it's all about selling the value of what you have before you ask somebody to take the action that you want them to take. So, I hope you found this useful. I hope you can now see how you can increase the response of your copy. Now, like I say, this could be words on a page, it could be a video presentation, it could be a webinar, it could be, an audio file. Yeah? So, how to increase the response from the words you use with the 4-step system. So that is audience, know who you're writing to. USP, so what makes you unique. Hook, and call to action or salesmanship. So I hope you found this useful. If so, please leave a comment below. If this can help someone you know, then please share it with them. And until next time, carpe diem.